Alright, so welcome back again. My name is Jesse, and in this wonderful and exciting tutorial, we'll be trying to see how to build a very simple AI server, right, on our Proxmox, right? So what we'll be doing is that we're trying to use two tools, OpenWebUI and then Ollama, to be able to set up a very simple AI server on Proxmox. And the idea is that after you have set it up, you'll be able to interact with it, right, and work with it. So OpenWebUI gives us the UI, and Ollama allows us to have access to different models. So let's start from scratch. So apologies that this is too small. Yeah, and then you start from scratch. So I'll go back again to my workspace here. This is my Proxmox VE. Then I'll go to my PV and then I'll open my shell. So if I go back here, open the shell, and it's going to give us the option to open the shell here. And then within the shell, as you can see, this is my workspace. I'll go to the Proxmox community script here. So community script.github.io. Then I can search for my PV. So PV OpenWebUI. This is the LXC container. I'll click on this LXC container, and then this is what to be installing. And as you can see from here, so the initial run of this may take some time, so you should be very patient. And I'll copy the script. In case you want to read what is on it, you can click on this to read it, right? But let's go on straight away. So I'll go back to my Proxmox and I'll copy this one and paste it here. Then I'll run this. So once it's running, we'll go and then try and read it. So this is a configuration. So I'll use the default setup. It's going to specify the size. It's using 25. The RAM size is 80. We will increase this one, right? You have to increase the RAM size and all of these things to make it more performant, because just 8 gig is not enough. It's okay, but it's too small. So automatically mount all available VAPI device, yes. And then it's going to start setting up the LLC containers, right? It's going to pick up and check if there's network connection, which I already have set up. And then it's going to give us an IP address which you'll be using. So setting up the time zone, and then to move on. So this will take some time, right, for it to set and go through all of these things. That is the niceness of using the community script. It allows you to be able to automate most of these things. So I can go back to inspect this community script. So I can just copy this from here and then open it in GitHub, right? So go to this place, and this is the entire code for the script, right? You can read it if you want. So you can see that it's just a bash script, and then it talks about the author, copyright. It creates a function of this script. It has some bash commands. It creates a directory for the backup. It removes legacy installations if there are any. Then it installs the Python version for the OpenWebUI. It makes some directory, cleans some stuff, copies some stuff. Then after that, that's finished. Then it's going to set up the services. Then it's going to install some commands, right? And then use systemctl to enable the ports to enable quietly the OpenWebUI so that it can run it. And it's going to run all of these things, right? It's going to ask us if there is Ollama. It's going to install Ollama, right, on it for Ollama Linux. That's going to prompt us for it. So if I go back to the WebUI, it is able to pick an IP address, which is very close, 16. Interesting. Then it's going to set up the DNS for these tools because we need it, and then it's going to install Python, as you saw, right? Then it's going to install OpenWebUI. So just exactly the same items on the script is what it's trying to run. So all these commands that we had here is what it's trying to run, all of these things, right? So it's not very scary. You can do it one after the other, but the automation script makes it easier. Okay. So once this is doing, it's going to ask us later on to download some models. So most of these models can be found in Ollama. I go to the models here. We have GPT OSS, we have Queen, we have DeepSeek, Queen 3. You can check the newest one. And the newest one is DeepSeek OCR, Cognito, even Gemini 3 Pro is there. This is interesting. It did not give the size, and I'm not sure if this is actually true, right? We can try it. Gemini 3 Pro is very powerful, but I'm not sure if this is true or to just use some setup behind the scene. Perfect. And then if I go down here, we also see some other models, right? So there's Kimi K2, there is Open GPT OSS, there is Queen, Minimax, There is max loader, and there are some embedding models, right? You can also use them, and all of these things. So let's check if it's finished. So it's taking some time, right? As the instruction said, it will take some time for it to install all of these tools. Okay, so these different models. So what we will be using later on is that we want to pick the simple one. I'm hoping for the future in which you have models that are not too big, right? But they are very powerful. So something like the Gemma or Gemma, right? From Google, we have 3 gig, we have 290, and then this. So I am sure that in the future you're going to have models that are very small like this or this, that are capable and very, very powerful, right? And the future can do so many things. This is only test only, but this is test and image, right? So it's multimodal. This is just test only. Cool. Then let's see if that's finished. It's still taking some time. So perfect. So that's finished. So would you like to add Ollama? Yes, you need to add Ollama. Then it's going to install Ollama, right? And then with Ollama, you can have access to all the different models that we want to use. So this is a very simple way to set up a simple AI server on your Proxmox, and then you can use it anywhere, right? So let's go back again and check the model. So you'll be installing this one. After you finish, this is useful, right? So we will be installing this particular model, and then let's see another model we'll also be installing. We will pick another one. So there is Kimi, is also good, but the DeepSeek R1 is too big, right? See the size. It's too big. Yeah, if you have space you can, but sometimes I prefer to, if I'm doing everything local, I just keep the minimum one, and then I will, this is also interesting, the test. This is also a embedding model, which is useful for not chat but for embedding, right? Vectorization. This is still installing. That's finished. It's creating a service and it's cleaning up. So once it's done, you can stop it and then run some code. So this is the port to be listening on. So I can just copy this one from here, and then it's going to ask you for your credentials. So I'll go back here, paste it, and then it's going to open my OpenWebUI, right? So let's go back again. This is the one that is running, right? So OpenWebUI. If I go to my Proxmox, the main UI here, so if I run this one, it's not working, as you can see. So I'll go back to my main UI here. If I go to my main UI, you can see that the LXC is here, which is this one, and then you can see that it's running, right? So I can actually open this one. It's running the memory. Let's try again. Yeah, and now it's back, right? So now that's set up. I can just go to get started. My email, so you can just specify your email. So I'll do that beside it. And then perfect, so it has finished, right? So I've entered my credentials, and this is just a release note. So let's check the UI. So this is how the UI looks like. So we have the UI here. We have the sidebar in which you can see a new chat, search, note, workspace, folders, and chat. You can also select a model here in case you want to select a model. You can search for a model and download it from Ollama, or you can go to the settings here, and then you can see the controls, right? So this is the chat controls. You can keep them as it is, or you can change them such as the top K, the top P, minimum P, the seed, whether to do streaming or not streaming, to chunk them, and all of these things. However, you can also go down here to the side here, and then click on the here, and then go to the settings, and then you can change the theme. So let's use the dark theme. I'll move to the dark theme, and the dark theme is better. Then you can specify the language. So there are different languages. So there's English, Arabic, Dutch, French, and the rest. Then you can specify your system prompt, notification, the interface that you want to see. Some of the things you want to change, you can change them here. So there are so many configurations that you can do. External tools, in case you want to manage some tools. You can personalize. You can set up STC, speech to text or text to speech, and you can specify the models you want to use to do that, to do it from the web API or from default. There is data controls, there is the account itself, and the rest, right? So let's go back and start and see how it works. So I'll go down here and I'll download the model. You can download two models and select two models. So let's pick the first one. So I'll go back here and let's search for my Gemma. So if I go to the Gemma, so we remember that we had our models here, right? So let's go back here. I prefer that all of them is in the same ground, so apologies for this. I'll move this one here so we have it close by. If I go to my model, we had my Gemma 3, or it can be any model, right? So I'll go with the Gemma 3 because it's the smallest one, and I'll copy this one here, right? So this is the one I'm copying. This is a command to run. I'll go to my web UI and I'll search for it here. If I search for it, pull it, then automatically going to pull the manifest and then to start downloading my Gemma. Right, Gemma or Gemma, how do they pronounce it? Let me know in the comment section. So this is Gemma, right? Or Gemma? Yeah, gem or gem. Anyway, it's going to download it. You can also download different models, right? Not just one. Once it's done, it's going to set it up and perfect. So we have it here. So you can actually select the model that you want to use, right? And now I can access something. So how to set up an AI server. Let's see. So now it's going to tell me this error. This is normal. It's going to give us this particular error, right? So that it cannot, it requires system memory of this amount. So what you do is that you can go back to your Proxmox UI here and then stop it. So shut it down. I'll shut down my OpenWebUI completely. I'll go to my summary, and that's it. When I come back to my summary, you can do some changes, right? So if I go back here, I can go to the resources, and I come back to the resources. I can change the swap memory, edit. I want to move it from 512 to, let's make it like 1 gig, right? So I want to make it like 1 gig. And now we have my swap at 1 gig. And then if I go back again and I start it, you can also change these sizes, right, as you wish. You can change the memory to 16 if you want, but this is okay. Now once I start it, I can go back again, refresh, and now I can try it again. So this was the old one that was not working. Okay, let's get it running. This one failed, but I can do it again. Then let's fix it. Now I'm running the same command, and now you see that it's working, right? So that is one of the issues you may have when you're trying to work with it. You need memory is very important, right? That's why we use GPUs for these things, right? GPUs, CPUs, RAM. And now it's giving us a breakdown of it, and you can see that this is quite useful. It's not very slow, but at least for my reading pace, it's okay, right? Perfect. That is how to build and set up a very simple AI server on your system. You can add more models to it. So I can have multiple models. So I can select another model. So let's go back again and set another one. So I'll go back here. Let's pick Queen. Queen is also good, right? So Queen, let's see the one that is okay. So this is not too big. So let's go with this amount because it's not too big. So that we have at least 2 smaller ones. Then I'll search for it here. Right, so let's pull Queen. So we have 2 models, and then you can actually ask the same question for the 2 models, and then you're going to see them side by side. And all of these models that you have, right, are going to be found here. So later on, we'll check for the place that they are found. Just downloading the model, creating the search. You can see that that's finished, successful. Just written the manifest. Now I can add another one here. So I can pick the queen and I can add the two of them. So how to set up an AI cluster. And I see that we have the two of them. So we have the queen is here, the gamma is here, and then the queen is here, right? And it's going to operate on all of them at the same time. So it's like an arena. So you can compare the response coming from both of them. And this needs a GPU, right? So in case you have NVIDIA or any of these GPUs, you can install them and then benefit from them, right? You can set it up and benefit from them. So everything is taking slow. I'm not using any of them. Okay, so perfect. So whilst it's doing that, let's go back to the system itself. So I'll go back to my Proxmox itself here. I'll go into the web UI here, right? As you can see from here, this is my basic ones. I can close this one. Let's leave. And I'll enter into my LXC for the OpenWebUI. And this is it. So if I come back here, just open it from here, you can see that I can actually go into it and I can do Ollama list because Ollama is installed. You can see that the models are there in case I want to show the location. So Ollama show the location of any of these places where I can find these models. I can also do that, right? So Ollama show, let's say this one. So Ollama show this. Right, and I'll just specify model file. So this is going to show me the model file. It's going to show us the location, right? All the instructions on it, on how it is pulled, the instructions, the temperature, and all of these other information, how it is built and the location. Perfect. Cool. So all the Ollama commands work here. So you can create, save, show, run, push, sign, list, remove a model. You can do all of these things out of the post. So you get 2 in 1, right? And let's go back again and see the response of our chat. And you see that the queen is doing very well. But let's see if the other one has finished, right? So the gamma, not the gamma or gemma, is doing very well, but the queen is still running. And you can see the gemma is very powerful, right? I like it. At least it's giving us some instructions on how it works. Whilst the queen is still waiting. Interesting. Okay. So thank you for watching. See you another time. I hope you have learned something. So this is how to set up a very simple AI server using Ollama and OpenWebUI on Proxmox. You can add more features to it, but this is just the basics. See you another time. Stay blessed.